Hello everybody, welcome to Financial Fix. In today's video, we are going to discuss home equity line of credits, also referred by many lenders as HELOCs. To put the thing simply into perspective, home equity line of credit is a kind of secure credit card against your house, but interest rates on home equity line of credits are very low as compared to interest rates charged by other credit card companies. Most of the other credit card companies charge between 15 to 25% interest rate, but home equity line of credit would charge anywhere between prime plus 0.2 to prime plus 1% depending on your credit score, your lender, and couple of other factors. But in general, interest rate on home equity line of credits are very low as compared to other credit card and line of credit companies who can qualify for home equity line of credits in Canada. So any homeowner who has more than 20% equity in their house can qualify for home equity line of credits. As per the recent report released in the third quarter of 2022, about $171 billion were outstanding in the form of home equity line of credits. Let's talk about some of the advantages offered by home equity line of credits. One of the biggest advantage offered by home equity line of credit that it gives you a flexible payment option. When I say flexible payment option, you can use HELOC like a credit card or you can use it like a mortgage. When you use it like a credit card, you are only obligated to pay interest only portion of the used funds. But if you decide to use it like a mortgage, you will be obligated to pay principal and interest. Your interest rate will be slightly better than the revolving portion, but you will pay principal along with the interest every month. And whatever the amount that you pay towards the principal, that money will be available to you to reuse, since home equity line of credit is a revolving product. Being a revolving product of the financial institution, it increases the risk factor for financial institutions. That is why there are only few lenders in Canada who offer this product. So when you go and shop around, make sure your lender offer home equity line of credit along with mortgages, because you would eventually need home equity line of credit either to upgrade your home or to consolidate your debt. Second biggest advantage offered by HELOC that you can use to consolidate your high interest debts with home equity line of credit. Since I mentioned the home equity line of credit interest rates are considerably lower than those charged by the unsecured credit card companies and line of credits, and certain time the loans, you can use home equity line of credit to consolidate all your debts and you can save tons of thousands of money. Third biggest advantage offered by home equity line of credit that it can improve your monthly cash flow. There are so many families in Canada who live from paycheck to paycheck, especially in a time like now where interest costs have increased, their mortgage payments have increased. So home equity line of credit could be a lifesaver for you guys. Home equity line of credit can improve your cash flow substantially if you consolidate your high trade lines with the home equity line of credit. Most of the unsecured credit, that includes credit cards, line of credits, loans, generally charge between 3 to 4% of the outstanding amount every month. So if your credit utilization is high, this could result in thousands of dollars. So if you use home equity line of credit, your monthly cash flow can substantially improve. So you can use your equity in the house to improve your family's finances and cash flow if you decide to use home equity line of credit. The fourth biggest advantage offered by home equity line of credit that it gives you a peace of mind. When you apply for home equity line of credit, your lender will set up an account which is called home equity line of credit account. And lender does not charge you any penny unless until you use any amount out of it. Fifth biggest advantage offered by home equity line of credit that it offers you to liquidate your equity without actually selling the real estate. As you know, in Canada, it will cost you between 3.5 to 5% of the total sale cost. You can save all that headache by applying home equity line of credit and use your equity. Now, if we talk about the negative side of home equity line of credit, there are very few in my opinion. The first one, it will cost you in the beginning to set up a home equity line of credit. You have to reach out to your lender and ask for a home equity line of credit where they will reappraise your property and they will also ask you to hire a lawyer, that will cost you between $600 to $1,200, but that is a one-time cost that can save a lot of money in the future. Second biggest disadvantage that people see in home equity line of credits, once it gets activated, regardless of if there is any outstanding balance or not, it will be considered liability if you go to a lender for further credit. Now, most of the people don't have a problem with this factor, but only to those who are investors who always look for the credit, because when they go for a new credit, the existing home equity line of credit will be considered as their liability. I hope you found today's video useful. If you really like the content I create on this channel, please consider subscribing the channel.